Jason, why horror? Why horror movies?
Why horror movies?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of reasons. Why do I love scaring people? I don't know. I had a very rough childhood. I think my childhood was twisted and strange. I always loved Halloween as a kid. I love the collective kind of theatrical experience. I think it's really, there's no better use of that system than a horror movie, because seeing people, I love watching people react to what we've done.
Elise, there's someone right in front of you. There's nothing.
When we see the movie and it goes to a lot of dark places, but we still know it is a movie set and you will work and you have like a big crew. Is there any time that you get scared or frightened or something that you go, okay, I did not want to see that? Or it's just make-believe?
It's pretty much make-believe, I think, honestly. The things that are fearful around on set would be if you don't remember your lines, or the thing falls down, or but it is make believe. It's in a protected. It's telling the truth in a protected place. So the fear is always contained. It's like you don't walk out the door and have it with you anymore. You're eliciting as I said, your deepest truth to serve the story. So when you're afraid, there is a real sense of your body doesn't know you're pretending some of the time, which is also fascinating.
Cool.
Where and that's kind of what some of method work is about. Is you have a thought and your body has a physical reaction, which is a lot of times how actors try and cry. I cry all the time, so it's no big deal for me.
When you got to know Lee and he gave you the idea for Insidious, what was your first talk like?
We had a first meeting. It was early on. It was not long after we did Paranormal Activity. It wasn't with Lee. It was with James and Lee. They came to. I had a little office with no windows, and they came into my office, and James kind of described the movie as my version of a David Lynch movie. And he, at the end of the movie, he gave us the script of Insidious, and it wasn't called Insidious then. I think it was called The Further, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved kind of their dynamic. I love what they had done before. James had done a couple movies that hadn't really worked very well in Hollywood, so he kind of was looking for a break, and we made the movie for $980,000.
Oh my God!
I don't think bad wiring is the problem here.
I want to leave. I want to leave this house. What is it?
Is it hard working with Lee? Because he directed the third one, he wrote everything, and he's there with you on set all the time, and you forget your line, you go, I'm sorry, man.
We've been there. Where there was one word I kept getting wrong, because I told Lee he writes in Australian.
Yeah.
He's got a cadence. He's a beautiful writer, and it's clear. Every word, every image is really beautifully thought out. And it's clear as an actor, as you learn the words, it's got a cadence to it. So there was one time I kept saying night instead of dark. And he was playing Specs. We were in the middle of the scene. I was reading the thing, and all of a sudden he goes, Lynn. As Lee. He said, the word is dark, not night. I wrote dark because I meant dark. He wasn't angry, but it was just like, he said they mean two different things, and he's right. They mean two different things. So Lee it was part actor, part writer, part director when he did the third one, part friend, part comedian, part, he plays a lot of roles. I love Lee. I have such regard for him. I think he's an extraordinary talent. So bring it on. Cool. And I'll try and get the words right.
No, not night.
Right, not.
He's on the other side.
Somebody has to go in and help her.
Yeah, who's gonna do that?
When we see something like Insidious or Annabelle or more traditional horror and something like Get Out, what is your taste in terms of, I want to produce that?
Well, I did produce Get Out.
I know. I know.
I don't think about it that way. So in other words, I don't say to my staff, we need to find the next Get Out, or we need to find more movies like Insidious or Annabelle. What I say to them is, We need to find scary movies that feel new and feel original. We never would have found Get Out if I had that mandate, right? I just say, what do you respond to that you haven't seen before and that you like, and that is scary? You know, one of the original Insidious, what I loved about it is every scary movie, you're in a house, the house is haunted, 20 minutes into the movie, as the audience, you say to the characters, like, get out of the house, and they never get out of the house, and it's annoying. And the great thing James and Lee did on the first Insidious is 30 minutes into the movie, Patrick and Rose leave, which is so cool. Now, of course, the demons follow them to their new house, but I'd never seen that in a horror movie before, and that was one of the things I really loved about the first Insidious movie.
Yeah, I like the concept when they say that it's not the house that is haunted, it's the kid.
It's your son,
wow,
that's right.
This is great.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the house that's haunted. It's your son.